Oh my god, it must be because it's a Land Cruiser. A's started missing.
Not that bad.
Are you kidding me? We've officially added another Land Cruiser to the driven garage fleet.
Oh, really?
And in today's episode, I'm taking you through our brand new build, a 1992 80 Series Land Cruiser. And trust me, this thing comes with all of its problems, quirks, and questionable decisions from previous owners. The oil leaks that don't exist.
There's none.
There's none.
Wow.
But that's what makes it fun, right? So let's just jump straight into it. So you guys know I have my GU Patrol, it's my wheeler. I also have my partner Josh, who's been sitting passenger princess for way too long. So I thought it was about time that he got his own car and moved out of passenger princess into driver. So, are you excited?
Well, we've got an 80 series because Toyota versus Nissan. And Toyotas are just better, you know. I've had a few patrols in my life and I've realised that they're not that good. And now I've got another oil leaking patrol in my head.
The 80 has a bunch of oil leaks. We'll find out.
No, it doesn't have anything. The 80 is perfect.
Hold that thought for 1 second. Let me run you through this car and show you the oil leaks that don't exist.
There's none.
There's none.
Wow.
Alright, so this is a 1992 1HDT 80 Series Land Cruiser. She's wagon, she's old silver bus. Now let me run you through some of the issues. So I mentioned gearbox before because when we bought this thing, third gear was blown. Obviously, less than ideal, that's all right. We're gonna get a new gearbox, which worked out better anyway because we went with the gearbox where you do the 5th gear upgrade, just a little bit taller. So that's gonna work out good anyway because it's something we probably would have done either way. I suspect there's some issues. I don't have full confirmation on them yet. I'm just looking at things going, that doesn't look great. We might need to cater to that. So let me run you through them. So this is the engine bay. I currently just have all the intake, like air intake off at the moment because I was checking the front of the turbo that's down there, just check the compressor wheel and stuff like that. It has the tiniest bit of movement, but nothing too crazy. I am concerned about the turbo because it's leaking like a sieve, but I just want to check the compressor wheel because just make sure what it's kind of state it's in. But essentially, we probably will have to replace a turbo at some point with the way it's leaking. It's just pretty old. It had a bunch of engine work, was it 4 or 7 years ago? I can't remember.
Maybe 6, 7?
6, 7 years ago. It's got upgraded injectors, pump, turbo, tune, all that. But it was done a long time ago and things just don't look the best. Like the fuel pump, I'm surprised that thing still opens and closes, to be honest, with the way it looks. Our focus just to essentially get it on the road with a gearbox. That's what we need to put in it to make it run. Essentially, I know there are other things that could be an issue, but I just want to start driving it and see where it's at because we only took it for a small test drive. We actually haven't driven the car, which is kind of scary. So we need to figure out, but the good thing is, another cruiser pulling up in the driveway. We've got Josh's mate Maddie coming in for the day to actually help us because I've never done a gearbox, neither's Josh, to pull us apart, and he's a mechanic, so hopefully he can give us some insights. And this is the episode where we find out, did we buy a lemon or is it going to be okay? We knew the gearbox was blown when we brought this car and it honestly wasn't a major concern for us. The seller was upfront about it and priced it accordingly, and we knew we'd be upgrading most of the things that were wrong with this car anyway. That's why we were happy just to tow it home, and I already lined up a brand new box from HD Automotive, and while we're there I threw in a rear main and an MPC clutch package to freshen everything up. I also grabbed a set of Marks Adapters reduction gears which we'll install a bit later on in the build, so mechanically we've got a pretty solid plan. So that's where this whole build starts, by dropping the box so we can actually get it driving.
I have to get someone into the car and move the transfer lever, release the arm.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, perfect, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. Not on me cross.
Oh no. What are you puffing for?
Because I just finished off some pizza.
So I was gonna say we, but the boys just got the gearbox out because I had no part in that whatsoever. But essentially, we have brought this car. It was pretty clean. This is why we brought it, like body-wise, and looked pretty good besides like these few leaks and just wear and tear for a vehicle that's over 30 years old. But essentially, we're figuring out some things and We know that they did a lot of power upgrades, so they obviously like to have a bit of oomph at the rear wheel, but they definitely like to use it because there's a few telltale signs. So essentially, there are new studs in the rear axles, and also we think the LSD's been, well, the diff's been replaced at some point because it's quite tight and good, which it shouldn't be in a 30-year-old vehicle. Potentially blown the diff or something in the rear end, so that's all been replaced. Not mad about it because it means it's good for us, as long as it hasn't endured too much abuse since it's been replaced. Obviously dropped the gearbox. There's a few things. The breather wasn't in the top of the box, and I'll show you, but it's got sand everywhere, so it's probably taken in a bit of that. There's a few signs that all this is being touched, but it doesn't matter anyway because we're pulling it out. We've got the new box we're going to put in. Oh, the last thing, let me show you the clutch. So I have the pressure plate here. I don't know, I'm gonna have to get a close-up shot, but these are all wear marks. Typically that happens when you're sitting sort of like on the edge of the clutch, and then you do the maneuver, which is where you dump it really fast, otherwise known as
Race starts.
like Josh said, race starts. Which could explain why the gearbox is blown, why we've got this wear and tear, and potentially why there's a new rear diff in the car. This is the joys of buying a second-hand car. You find out a lot of things about how it's lived its past life. We obviously have the blown gearbox in the 80 that we are replacing, but we probably would have replaced it anyway because everyone knows in these older cars, when you sit on the highway and you're doing about 100 k's an hour, even on a 33 or 35 inch tire, your RPM can be up around 25 to 2600. And that's less than ideal. It makes the cabin more noisy. It's just uncomfortable, way more noise. And it's just not a nice ride. We went to HD Automotive and I picked up this gearbox. So essentially this is, what comes out of the 80 series, a HD, is a H151. This gearbox here is a H152. And essentially what it is a brand new gearbox, not reconditioned, brand new, with an upgraded second and fifth gear. What it does in fifth, it actually decreases the RPMs by around 20%. So if you're traveling at 100 k's an hour on either 33 or 35 inch tires, this is all approximate, but this is just trying to give you an idea, is you're going to be sitting around 25 to 2600 with the original box. When you put in the HD Automotive H152 with the second and fifth gear upgrade in fifth gear, you're going to be sitting around 2000 RPM at 100 k's an hour, which is probably bang on where you actually want it. Way less cabin noise, way less wear and tear on the driveline. The other perk of it is if you blow a box and you send it away to get reconditioned or rebuilt, it's going to be a mix of new and used parts. So it's never going to be a complete new box. They're just going to recondition it, and that can cost up to $5,000. Where this here from HD Automotive is just under $5,000 for a completely new box. There's no used parts in it. It is brand new with the upgraded second and fifth gear. So if you ask me, you're going to spend your hard-earned money. I definitely want it to be all brand new with the upgrades. It's an absolute no-brainer. In terms of lead times, they typically have these in stock. If they don't quote me, but I think it's around 2 to maybe 4 weeks to order this in from HD, which is probably what the time frame to get a box reconditioned anyway is. So they're pretty on par, except you're coming off way better from HD Automotive because it's a brand new box. And to be honest, I think it even works out a little bit cheaper than some reconditioned boxes by the time you buy a box and then send it away to get fixed up, or if you send yours away to get fixed up. The other thing as well, when you go on HD Automotive, because they're the HD specialists, or just cruisers by this point anyway, jump on their website, you can select their gearbox, you can do rear main, which is something you want to order. If you're going to be dropping your box, you want to do your rear main, so have it handy. We got lucky, ours happened to have just been done, so we're going to keep that rear main. We're not going to change it because it's not leaking, so we're not going to touch it, and it looks brand new. But grab a rear main. They also clutch, MPC, 1300 Newton meter, built flywheel. That's what we're going to be putting in it. And if you've got a car like ours, it's probably what you want as well, but you can literally tick it all at checkout. And then they also have the clutch safe cylinder and the input shaft bearing retainer. All the things that you kind of need to replace when you're doing this job, you can literally tick it all at once and add it to cart and have everything you need. So you don't have to do the research, but if you do want to research, just call HD, jump on the website, ask the team. I'm sure they'll be happy to help. But this is highly convenient when you have to do things like this, especially someone like me who's new to cruisers, but this in general was just calling them having everything pretty much the bundle you need to complete this job and do it properly was just time saving and just convenient. So anyways, if you are in the market or need gearboxes, just remember H151 comes out of it, and this is a H152 if you want to do further research into this. Other than that, I'm going to let the boys crack into it. I'm going to work on a few things on my own cars because I have a few jobs I need to tidy up, and I don't want too many chefs in the kitchen because I'm kind of no use to them, helping them put the gearbox in and out. And let's go take it for a test drive soon, hopefully. What do you reckon?
It's major.
Alright, so the 80 is running. We did a little test drive last night to the pub for dinner, which was a really quick drive. Everything went well. But we've loaded up the whole family, even got Doggo, because we're in the wagon. We can do this now. And we're going to go out to Walaroo, which is like a local area to us, and test the 80 out. Hopefully we don't have any mechanical issues.
Do I need to pop the bonnet?
Get it off flat ground.
Why is it missing though?
Hopefully you just have a little fun day out.
Why did we buy an old car for?
What did we buy an old car for? You wanted it. And I guess it's Josh's first time actually being able to drive the car, so just go out and use it, and then we'll figure out the rest later. Lockers.
And lockers would be nice. But it's driving.
What do you reckon? Fun?
Fun fact, I spent years, I would say years of my life in this bush that we're about to come up to. Came across some test loops in the forestry. I didn't make them, of course. I don't know if they're still being ridden because obviously I don't ride them anymore.
You know how you have boyfriends that are like chippies and stuff? And you drive past and they're like, I built that house. It's Josh. I got a test loop in that bush.
I'll ride it.
I got a test loop there.
There's my test loop right there. There's one. My test loop used to come in through here at some point. Out of there.
Gear patrols.
There too.
Stop it.
Just, there's another one there. I've ridden in there.
I've ridden there. I've ridden
Well, that
that.
was my job. I was like a moto guy. Was.
Yeah. Anyways, fun fact.
So I spent hours in that bush just there. Just there.
Yeah, we're not doing anything too hectic. Matt's got to go soon, so he's got to head off, and then we'll be on our own. We've got a winch that works. We tested it, which is great.
Well, there's my old test loop there.
Oh, yeah. Back to what I was saying.
I got, actually, fun fact, over that side, I hit a gum tree that hard that my friend Matt and Blake thought it was a car accident on the road. It was that much of a bang because the radios exploded.
Does that explain why you're so retarded? You hit too many times.
Explains why I chose you.
Yeah, you make better choices.
Yeah.
Oh, that's deeper than it looks.
Oh, the dog nearly. Yeah, rear bar, baby.
Yeah, 79's up next. He's taking a different line. No rear clearance issues. His rear bar smashed
When I
it.
saw that, I was like, that's just going to dig in and lift it back.
Yeah, the rear bar on the Cruiser was less than ideal.
Yeah. So sorry if I sprayed you.
No, you didn't. He did. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit what our plans are with the vehicle. So we're out here in Walaroo, which is kind of local to us. There's nothing really intense around here. I don't really see many 4Bs out here, but it's close to us, and I thought we could come out and do a few little tracks. Obviously, Josh is going to get used to this car as well, so he's going to be driving it up a few of these tracks. Nothing too hard, because obviously the clutch needs to be bedded in and whatnot, so I probably don't recommend doing this. But besides that, we're just going to have a little bit of fun, take it easy, obviously, because it's a new gearbox and clutch, and have a bit of fun with it. But we already know it being unlocked where it's going to struggle and whatnot, but obviously we found out before the clearance of the rear bar, so it's more things like that We're going to change the suspension in it, but obviously we're going to find out the limits in this suspension setup, which I believe is a Dobson's as well. There's not a lot of trouble in these shocks. Maybe a 10-inch. They're definitely not bigger than that. So without further ado, let's go hit some tracks. Sorry, let's Josh go hit some tracks, and I'm going to be camera bitch. So let's go do that.
I think we're going up this. I think the rear bar's going to hit for sure.
Oh, even the bull bar looked close then. Oh, it missed. I bet he wasn't expecting that.
I didn't think it was going up that, and I really didn't want to. Now, so I didn't want to smash my side steps.
Where'd you hit the side step?
I don't know, it hit something.
I didn't think so.
No, I bottomed out something. I think it was chassis, but...
Oh, I didn't hear it. What are you going to drive now? The wall?
I'm not driving the wall.
The one up on the left here?
Yeah, I'm driving like that.
Alright, let me go up there.
There's a big double step wall. I've drove it in my GQ, like, before Brie knew what Patrol was. I would have been like 18 or something. She would have been 12 or something, whatever it is, whatever the maths is. But it's pretty washed out now. She apparently drove it not long ago with a GU. I used to jump it on my moto, but it's very different now. And this isn't ready. It's not ready for that. We're just cruising. Crawl's pretty good. We haven't put the reductions in yet. We ran out of time yesterday. We just got the gearbox in and we're like, let's just road test it out for a couple of weeks, and then we'll rip the transfer back out and we'll put the reductions in, and yeah, we'll see what. The crawl's not too bad considering.
It was easy as. I don't like being this passenger princess and camera person. My heart is still beating out of my chest from walking up that. Yeah, Walaroo, it's a pretty easy wheeling. Majority of whoa, see, I can't talk when I'm this unfit. Oh god. What I was saying. Walaroo is pretty easy out here. Majority of unlocked vehicles can get through most of the stuff out here. It's nothing too crazy, just like a bit rocky and scaly, so that's where you might just lose a bit of traction, but otherwise it's pretty easy. So it's a perfect little test place for a bit of light wheeling, nothing too crazy. More so I think Josh was just excited to get out and drive the car, so when he said he wanted to go out today, why not? I'm not going to tell him no he shouldn't because of his clutch, because that man doesn't listen to me or listen to the word no. Let him out here, have some fun, and scratch the itch he's been trying to itch for a long time. Oh, he's doing another track, let me move.
I don't think it's going to go up this. I think it'll articulate out too much and flex out.
Oh, traction, no traction.
Very slippery.
Oh, he's going for the wall. Oh. Yeah, the 80.
So the handbrake doesn't work that well either. Slippery, dry and slippery.
No brakes to kind of get you up. You need to carry momentum, because as soon as you lose traction, you're done. So are you sort of figuring out an unlocked vehicle is all gas, no brakes?
Yeah, and also you can't really do handbrake starts when the handbrake doesn't work.
I was saying that.
Why is it missing though?
So am I missing? What's your temps?
The gauge is on half. Oil temp's right down low, but what's that? Why is that?
This is it running clean now? Give it a sec. No, don't rev it. Let it.
That's bad.
Get it on flat ground and turn it off. You're on a hill. So that's less than ideal. My camera overheated and the 80s just started missing after that hill climb. And I don't think it was abused that much. But I guess this is why we're out here to test it. It's actually blowing a bit of blue smoke. So I just tried to get it on flat ground and just see if it runs it out, because it was on a bit of a lean, like on a hill when we stopped just then. No, it's still missing. It's blowing blue smoke. I think it's oil. It's not missing as bad. Just turn her off for a minute. It's not good. So I decided just to switch it off for a minute. I did a quick Google because I was confused on what the smokes were again, but I thought it was right. Blue smoke oil, which is what I thought. It's like unburn oil. It's like using except burning oil. I'm not a mechanic. It's the amount of oil leaks in this car is ridiculous.
It's not that bad.
Are you kidding me?
What? It's power steering more than oil.
With the amount of sand, the reason we know how much beach driving this car has done is because of the amount of oil leaks, because the sand is clung to the oil that's all over the chassis. That tells me there's a lot of oil leaks. Anyways, this was the point of the drive, is to see what it does. Either way, we now know it does that, so we've got to problem solve it. So I think we're in the middle of a bush and it's like approaching 30 degrees. I think we're gonna hightail it out of here and head back home and let's figure out some more issues, I guess, at home. Just see where everything is at. Mad what?
Why did we buy an old car for?
What did we buy an old car for? You wanted it. Have you not seen the...
Can I buy a brand new 80 series?
Have you not seen the headaches I have? You give me crap all the time for my GU and the headaches I have with it, and then you're like thinking you're going to buy an 80 series and it's going to be any different? It's still missing, yeah. What revs are you sitting at? 1,000. What's it sitting at when you're not, when it's just like idle? 600. Are you revving it up now? It's not missing. So it's come good. Alright. Come on, doggo. In you go. Up. I didn't plan that. Okay, so yesterday didn't go to plan. We kind of got home and we just put that aside and I had other things to do. But we're going to wrap this up because we need to make some plans, which means there's going to be more build episodes on this thing. But essentially, what I am suspecting from the blue coloured smoke, I don't think it's like injectors or anything like that because it wasn't consistent enough. And all I can really put it down to is essentially the turbo, which I was already concerned about. Josh is a little bit disappointed, but I think I'm used to being let down from the old GU. I'm used to these cars just doing things like this, but essentially the turbo is leaking a lot and I'm assuming the seal's just let go. To be honest, there wasn't a part of me that thought that turbo was any good. So all I can assume is from the excessive amount of oil, it's seeping through and obviously going into the engine. And I've told Josh to park in the shed, not drive it anymore, because the last thing I want is a runaway diesel. And if you don't know what that is, Google it. It's the scariest thing ever. I think it's probably one of the, like, my main thing I'm ever scared of going wrong in a car, because the last thing you want is a runaway diesel, which can happen if your turbo seal lets go. with, you know, combustion and everything like that, the way diesels work. So we need to sort out a turbo ASAP. Essentially, we will be stripping this entire thing and starting it again. So stay tuned. Let's see what other problems we can find with the big bus, because it's got a bit happening, and hopefully not too many more surprises or headaches. And hopefully from here on out we can start just replacing that turbo and those couple things in the engine and actually have a bit of fun in it. Because I think if we don't do that, Josh is just going to be like, I'm over it, get rid of it. So we'll see. I need to get this happening pretty quickly, and then it's going to be time for Nissan vs Toyota. Go do a little bit of a wheel off. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys have any information on 80s and things you think we should be doing to this car, drop in the comments. I'm pretty new to them, especially the 1HD. So I'm open for all the advice. So drop in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.